I'm Taylor Hudak with Activism Munich, bringing you another Julian Assange case update. On Monday, June 1st, an administrative hearing was held at Westminster Magistrates Court in London before Judge Vanessa Baraitser. Sputnik journalist Mohammed El-Mazi reported that Assange was unable to attend the hearing once again due to his poor health conditions. Defense attorney Edward Fitzgerald told the judge that a letter was sent to the court on Friday explaining that Assange was unwell and, on the advice of his doctor, not able to attend using the video room. Judge Baraitser, who has denied Assange's bail, previously ruled that he is required to attend call-over hearings every 28 days if prison staff determines it is safe, regardless of any medical advice he may receive. An exception is if he is unwell. During the hearing, the judge asked for confirmation from Assange's attorney if he was in fact unwell, and his lawyer confirmed. The prosecution told the court it was having difficulty completing a psychiatric report on Assange because of the COVID-19 prison lockdown. Interestingly, the defense had been stating this same issue for the past year. The judge ruled that both sides must produce their reports by July 31st. Now, as the hearing continued, the defense revealed it has additional evidence to submit to the court. The judge agreed skeleton arguments by the defense are due on August 25th, and skeleton responses by the prosecution are due on September 1st. This is a typical procedural process where one side submits evidence and the other has a chance to respond. However, the content of that evidence will not be public until it is deemed admissible and then presented in court. Similar to previous hearings, press access was a problem yet again for reporters trying to cover this case. Journalists calling in Monday morning to listen to the court proceedings had a difficult time hearing what was taking place inside the courtroom. The UK Bureau Director of Reporters Without Borders, Rebecca Vincent, tweeted about press accessibility issues on Monday, where she said only 6 journalists have been allowed to attend in person the past 2 hearings, with others limited to the awful phone line. And in another tweet, she said, "I have never experienced so much difficulty accessing a trial in any country as at Woolwich Crown Court in February, and the teleconference option we now have is far from sufficient." Now, I interviewed Rebecca outside Belmarsh back in February, the day before the first part of the substantive extradition hearings began, where she said this.
This is quite unusual for us to do, to be honest, to do this sort of trial monitoring mission in a established democratic country. This is more often something that we would do in countries that are further down our World Press Freedom Index. But this case is so concerning, and the precedent that it could set so dangerous, we wanted to show our very serious international concern.
Because the extradition of Assange would result in devastating consequences, activists continue to take meaningful actions to prevent it. And at the most recent hearing on Monday, activists delivered a petition to the court for Judge Baraitser.
Good morning. It's the 1st of June 2020. We're here at Westminster Magistrates Court to attempt to get inside the administrative case hearing for Julian Assange and follow proceedings for extradition. We're here today to hand in as well a petition organized in America by Nozomi Hayase and Greg Sterling, addressed to the Judge Vanessa Baraitser. Do not extradite Julian Assange to the United States of America. This has got over 5,000 signatories, and we're here to attempt to deliver the petition to the judge.
At the same time, before the hearing began, a police liaison officer for Westminster Magistrates Court urged activists they must take down a banner in support of Assange.
Well, can you show us your identification,
Of course
please?
I can.
I'm the government.
Scott Geary,
That's correct.
Constable.
Indeed I am.
And why are you not in uniform, sir?
That's not none of your business. Could I just ask something? Why are they being asked to remove the sign? Private property. You're not allowed to put anything on private property.
This is public property. This
No,
is our
this is
court.
private.
This
It's
is our
private.
court.
It's
It's
still a
public
private building. Same as people who have communal areas. You're asking me a question, I'm answering it.
Thank you very much, officer.
Same as people have communal
Geary,
Geary.
thank you.
People have communal areas outside their flats, and it says do not attach bikes etc. to that or they will be removed, because it is, even though it's communal property, it's still private property.
Why are you undercover?
I'm not undercover.
Why are you not wearing
That's
your uniform?
none of your concern. You will see me in court in just a few minutes and I shall be in full uniform.
You will be in full uniform?
I will indeed.
You know, I've been to many of these hearings, and they've always hung banners, and there's never been a
They've
problem
always
before.
been told to remove them.
That's not true.
Well,
I have footage to show that.
yeah, but
I
you
mean-
could have had footage of this one, couldn't you? Before it was asked to be removed.
I've been in this court several times, and I've seen banners everywhere.
And
They
I've
have
been
never
working
been-
here many years, and I've seen them asking them to remove it.
For the very first time, we've been asked to remove this banner in support of Julian Assange freedom from court property, which is the railing. We've also been asked to move away from the court premises, which is delineated by this line here on the floor. I think this is extraordinary. The days we live in the journey in support of Julian Assange. Thank you.
Emme Butlin, who has been following WikiLeaks disclosure since 2010 and has been supporting the organization and Julian Assange since early 2011, told Activism Munich that she put the same banner on the same place at the May 4th and April 27th hearings. There were no police requests to remove it. She nor any other activists have been told for the past year that they were on private property outside the courthouse. Butlin and others have gathered at the location since April 11th, the day of Assange's arrest, and have been doing so on 12 administrative hearings and at least 10 case management hearings. Now, looking ahead, the next call-over hearing is scheduled for June 29th, and the second half of the substantive extradition hearing is set to take place on September 7th, but the judge has yet to secure a venue for the hearings. Now, each time we learn more on this case, I will continue to keep you all updated on everything that you need to know, so do subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Taylor Hudak with Activism Munich. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.